Hey, you guys. So, if you've ever read the story of Lazarus, you know that in the story of Lazarus, when Jesus came to resurrect Lazarus from the dead, it had been 4 days. And he prayed to God, before he was about to resurrect him. And he was telling God, like, everything that I pray for, everything that I, want, everything that I like, you already do those things. And I know that you already answer all my prayers and do everything that I ask you to do. But it is for the benefit of the people. Jesus said it is for the benefit of the people that God's glory is seen. And that was just so powerful to me in the book of Lazarus, because each time you read a story or whatever it is in the Bible, like, you can read it a million times and you're gonna get a million different outlooks and views and things on that certain thing that you've read. It was just so powerful, first and foremost, that this human being was being resurrected from the dead, right? That's first and foremost. Second of all, the time frame that Jesus waited, because Jesus had been knew that Lazarus was sick, and then he had died, and so forth and so on. So it's like he was waiting. And then when he went back into a town where the people were trying to kill him and shun him out, and they were talking about him and this, that, and the third. Like, he went back into this specific place that he was unwanted in, to be able to allow God's glory to be seen to the people. And he's telling the people during this prayer to God before he resurrects the dead that this is for the benefit of you, that God's glory be seen in this moment. That's why I couldn't do it before. And then to them, it also proved that he was the Messiah, because it's like, who's going around raising people from the dead? Like, who's just doing that? Like, but who else but the Christ, but Jesus, right? Like, so, but ultimately it's like, he wasn't even doing it for, himself specifically. He was doing it for God's glory to be seen, for God's glory to be acknowledged, for God to be acknowledged in that moment. And it's just like, Jesus did everything to glorify God. You know what I mean? Our perfect example, Jesus Christ, like, he did everything to glorify God. So with me looking at that now and having the wisdom and knowledge that I have, it's like, that changes even my prayer life, because it's like, when I pray now, like when he was praying that prayer before he resurrected the dead, he was, saying, like, this is for, God's glory. Like, God, I'm doing this so that you get the glory out of it. Like, like, how can your glory be seen in this? How can do it for your glory? So, like, my prayer is now, like, when I am doing things, when I am starting things, when I am, just trying to move in any type of way that I'm moving, is like, God, how can you, if his hand is on it, if he's stretching out his hand, if he's blowing his breath on it, like, he's going to want the glory for it, right? Like, not you, not nobody else, not like, it's not about that. It's about his glory. So it's like, while praying over that thing, might I suggest that we should start to add to our prayers, God, show me how you can get the glory out of this. Like, let me see how you can get the glory out of this. Like, how can you get the glory out of this? Because that's all I want. I want for your will to be done, in and through this thing that I am trying to, produce. But I want you to get the glory out of this. So, yeah.